Relive the absolute heart-pounding action of Norway versus Senegal. Picture this, right? A rain-swept pitch at MetLife Stadium, the grass is incredibly slick, making literally every single touch dangerous, and the atmosphere is just buzzing with anticipation from the opening whistle. We're talking about a pure tactical chess match played out on one of the grandest stages out there.
So you gotta wonder, how does a game with a soaked pitch, 2 massive game-altering injuries, and 5 spectacular goals ultimately decide a ticket to the round of 32? Well, we're going to unpack exactly how this high-stakes drama unfolded, from that opening whistle all the way to those breathless final seconds. It wasn't just about scoring goals. It was about navigating serious adversity and dealing with forced tactical shifts when everything is on the line. Let's break down the anatomy of this thriller.
All right, part 1, the unexpected opener.
Right out of the gate, we are looking at a massive clash of styles. On one side, you have Norway coming out swinging with a super aggressive early campaign. I mean, they were just relentless, stacking up corners, throwing the ball right into the mixer and forcing Senegal's keeper, Edouard Mendy, to make some crazy reflex saves. But on the flip side, Senegal's defense, absolute brick wall. For the first 40 minutes, that backline, anchored by Kalidou Koulibaly, just wouldn't budge. Norway was knocking, actually practically banging on the door, but Senegal refused to let them in.
But you know how football is. One unpredictable moment can just set off a massive butterfly effect. Case in point, in the 13th minute, Norway takes a tough hit. Julian Ryerson goes down with an injury, has to leave the pitch, and Holmgren Pedersen subs in. Now fast forward to the 43rd minute, literally right before the half. That supposedly unyielding Senegalese defense, it finally cracks. Koulibaly makes a super rare miscalculation and turns the ball over. And guess who is standing right there in the exact perfect spot? Yep, the sub, Pedersen. He drills it past Mendy to put Norway up 1-0 heading into the break. It really just goes to show how fast things can flip on the pitch.
Moving on to part 2, the second half frenzy.
Okay, so if the first half was a slow burn tactical battle, the second half was a complete heavyweight slugfest. We're talking about maybe the most explosive 10-minute window of the entire tournament here. Just look at this timeline, it's wild. 48th minute, Haaland scores. 5 minutes later, the 53rd, Sarr answers back. Exactly 5 minutes after that, 58th minute, Haaland strikes again. Bam, bam, bam. In just 10 minutes, the biggest stars completely hijacked the game and turned MetLife Stadium into an absolute madhouse. And what we're really watching here is a duel of pure playmaking masterclasses. First, you've got Martin Odegaard executing this flawless counter-attacking through ball. It perfectly spots Erling Haaland, who just rifles a left-footed strike into the top corner. 2-0 Norway. But hey, the Lions of Teranga are not the type to just roll over, right? Sadio Mane pulls off this defense-splitting flick that is just chef's kiss. Ismaila Sarr grabs it, drops his marker, beats the keeper, and suddenly it's 2-1. This was literally elite playmakers serving up absolute gems for elite finishers on both ends.
That momentum shift, though? Yeah, it didn't last long. Norway's response was swift, and honestly, pretty brutal. Senegal struggles to clear their lines, and halftime sub Patrick Berg drills a low cross back into the danger zone. Haaland reacts with this lightning-fast first-time volley that actually kissed the underside of the crossbar before just dropping into the net. Pure poetry in motion. That goal locks in Haaland's second brace of the tournament and bumps Norway's cushion back up to 3-1.
And just when you think Senegal can maybe catch their breath, they get hit with an absolute gut punch. Their superstar goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy, who remember had been keeping them alive with massive saves since the opening minutes, has to exit the pitch with an injury. Murray Diaw comes on to replace him. I mean, losing your starting keeper in a knockout stakes match when you're already down 2 goals, that is exactly the kind of psychological blow that completely breaks most teams.
Which brings us to part 3, stoppage time drama. So, the 90th minute hits, and the 4th official holds up the board. The number? 9. 9 massive minutes of stoppage time. When you're watching a game this gritty and physical, and you see a number that huge go up, it is a universal signal to the whole stadium that pure chaos is incoming. It's way too much time for a desperate team to just throw in the towel.
And oh man, did Senegal deliver on that chaos. They threw every single thing they had forward. In the 93rd minute, Nicolas Jackson links up beautifully with Ismaila Sarr, and Sarr just blasts the stunning right-footed shot straight into the top corner for his own brace. Boom, 3-2. The stadium is literally shaking. This sets up an insanely frantic finale. Senegal is crashing the box in waves, and it all comes down to this one final heart-stopping chance. Sarr goes up for a header to snatch a point, and it sails over the crossbar by mere inches.
So, the final whistle blows. Norway survives 3-2, and they punch their well-deserved ticket to the next stage. But it really leaves us wondering, doesn't it? After clawing their way through a gritty 5-goal thriller against a team that literally fought until the last second, what does this say about Norway moving forward? They showed us they can strike with lightning-fast precision, but they also proved they can weather an absolute hurricane of an attack. With firepower from guys like Haaland and Odegaard, plus the pure grit to survive a 9-minute stoppage time onslaught, just how far can this Norwegian squad actually go? It's a pretty terrifying thought for anyone else in the bracket. Thanks for tuning in. To catch you next time.